In this lecture, we'll discuss curve fitting, and the principle which is used is called principle of least square, or you can say that method of least square. So the first curve which we are going to fit is straight line, and we'll derive the normal equation using this method of least squares. Let us understand what exactly is curve fitting. So suppose we few data is given, few points are given, say these are the points which is given, and the data is x1 y1 x2 y2 so on. So all these first one say x1 y1, second corresponds to x2 y2, similarly x3 y3, x4 y4, x5 y5, and maybe this one we may take it x6 y6. We want to obtain a relationship between x and y. This relationship between a pattern between x and y, and this relationship we want to find in the form of a straight line. Suppose I want to find exactly those curve which passes through all these points, then this curve will never be a straight line. It can't be a linear curve. But what we are trying to fit is we are fitting all these data to a straight line. So if I say fit a straight line to this, I may get covered these 3 points. Okay. So what exactly is curve fitting? So curve fitting is finding the equation of the curve or best fit which will be most suitable for predicting the unknown values. What unknown values are we going to find? We are going to find the unknown values for, say, for suppose x6, we will find y6. So there is a use of curve fitting. Why we are fitting this curve? We may fit a straight line, we may fit a parabolic curve, we may fit an exponential curve, we may fit a curve of type a b to the power x. Okay, let us move to the fitting of a straight line curve. So that is, we are going to discuss method of least squares. Okay, suppose the data, here the data is given, and suppose these 3 points, so on, and I am fitting a straight line to this. And there are few points left, so all these points. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, similarly x and y-axis. Now, if we see, if say this is a point P, this is the point M, and this is the point N, then PM is the value. This is the value given by the curve which I fitted, which we fitted. And PN is the value which is given by the data. So there's an error. So we may say that the error is, if we call this error is say E, then error is PN, the original value, the experimental value, and PM is the theoretical value. Theoretical value which we fitted using the straight line y is equal to a plus bx. So this is the equation of a straight line which we are trying to fit. Now we'll find the error in all the cases, right? So let us find the error. First error, suppose for first point the error is y1 minus y theoretical 1. This value is the value which we got using the curve which we had fitted. So the curve which we had fitted is a plus bx1. Similarly, E2 is y2 minus a plus bx2. Similarly, E3, y3 minus a plus bx3. And similarly, we have so on En. Okay, students. So these are the errors. If we consider these errors, so some of the errors might be positive, some of the error might be negative, positive, negative. This might happen and the total error might end up to be 0. So we won't be able to find the error because the total error will come out to be 0. So what do? We square the error as this method says. What do? We square these errors. Okay. So once we square this error, we write this as S is equal to E1 square plus E2 square, so on En square. Now what will we do? We'll find the least. By least, what do we mean? We mean the minima. We mean the minima, and minima of which term? The squares. So first we found the errors, done the square, I told you the reason why, and then we are finding the minima, right? So how do we find the minima? The way which we used in differential calculus. There are few points. Let us discuss this point. So as I told, few of the errors will be positive or negative. So in finding total error, errors are added. Few are negative, few are positive. Sum of all error may be 0. So to avoid this, what we are doing, we are squaring the errors. We are squaring the error. And the curve of best fit is that for which this sum is minimum. So that is why we are saying that it is method of least square. That is, we are finding the minimum. And this is called the principle of least square, or we also say that it is method of least squares. After finding the sum, which is coming out to be, say S is equal to E1 square plus E2 square, so on, plus En square. This was the error. And if you remember, the error was, what was E1? It was y1 minus a minus bx1 square. Similarly, what was E2? It was y2 minus a minus bx2. Similarly, what is En? It is yn minus a minus bxn whole square. So this is basically sigma y minus a minus bxi, where I is running from 1 to n, 1 to n. So what will we do? Now it's time to find minima. Why minima? As I explained this, we are finding minima because it is a method of least squares, right? So we'll find del s over del a, differentiation with respect to a, and this is equal to sigma I running from 1 to n yi minus a minus bxi. Minus 1 because we are differentiating with respect to this is equal to 0. So basically what we'll get, or we can write it this as, okay. Now similarly we'll find del s over del b, and we'll get this time differentiation is with respect to b, so it is minus xi is equal to 0. Or we can write this as xy minus ax minus bx square is equal to 0. Now students, these are the two equations which we are getting. Let us rearrange these two equations and write these two equations. So I am writing this equation. This equation is sigma y is equal to, now I am taking the summation. So y is a variable, it is sigma y. A is a constant. If we sum up it n times, so it will be na. See, we are summing. This summation is still n times na minus b sigma x Similarly, for the second one, we get sigma xy is equal to a sigma x plus b. So these are the two equations which you have to remember in order to solve any of the questions. What are a and b? A and b are constants. And what do we have to do? We have to find the values of a and b. So if I go step by step, first thing is find values of a and b by putting sigma y, sigma x, and sigma xy, sigma x square from the given data, or you may say from the given question if you are preparing for the examination. If we wish to write the second step, then solve the two equations. To get the value of a and b. Okay, right? And what do we do? Third thing is put values of a and b in equation y is equal to a plus bx. So we have to put the value of a is y is equal to a plus bx. Put the value of a and b in this equation, and then we'll get the answer. So this is the procedure, and let us move to question number 1. This is a question given. We have the data for x and y. We have to use the least square method. And what fitting which we have to done? We have to do straight line fitting. Okay, it means that we have to fit the line. Which line we have to fit? Y is equal to a plus bx. So this is the equation of straight line. And we know the normal equations. Now there's a time to learn this trick, how to write a normal equation. If any equation is given, say it works for a parabola also and straight line also. This trick works for both. Now put summation on both sides of this equation. What will you get after putting the summation? Sigma y. And if you are summing this a n times, so na plus b sigma x, and then multiply this whole straight line equation by x and then take summation. So first I am multiplying and then I'll take the summation. So let us first multiply. So what I did is I multiplied this whole equation by x, and now I'm taking the summation. So students, this is the normal equation. This is the equation which we got. If you don't want to derive all these, then you may directly find the normal equations. Now second step is to find these sigma values. Let us do the calculation for this. Make the table x, y. What else do we need? We'll check what else we need. We need xy also. So I'm writing xy. We need x square also. So I'm writing x square. I'm just writing the data which is given. The value of x, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And the corresponding values of y. Right? Now I'm finding x multiplied by y. You have to use calculator, or you may do it directly also. Now I'm finding x square, 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25. find the sigma value, sum it up, and when we sum it up, we'll get sigma x is equal to 15, sigma y is equal to 204, sigma xy is equal to 748, and sigma x square is equal to 55. Now we'll put all these values in our normal equation. Let us put the value. Let us consider the very first equation, that is sigma y. I am putting the value of sigma y 204, and then I need NA. What is the value of N? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So N is 5. 5A plus B sigma x, B 15B, because sigma x is 15. Now we'll write sigma xy, that is 748 is equal to A sigma x, and sigma x is 15A plus 55 sigma x square, value is 55B. So I have two equations and two unknown. We'll solve this equation to get the value of A and B. You may use any method, elimination method. If you want to use matrix, you may do also. So on solving these two equations, we get the value of A is equal to 0 and B as 13.6. Okay. Now we'll put these values in the equation which we are trying to fit to the data, and the equation which we are trying to fit is the equation of a straight line. Okay, so we'll write the values. Y is equal to A is 0 plus Bx, that is 13.6x. So our final answer is Y is equal to 13.6x. So this is the line, this is the curve which we fitted. So I'm going to write straight line fitted to the given data. So you have trick to write the normal equation, and you know how to derive the normal equation using method of least square. Why it is called least, why is it called squares? And now let us move to question number 2. So in this question also we have to fit a straight line, as we are practicing for the straight line only. In the next lecture we'll discuss for parabolic curve, fitting of a parabolic curve. So we have to fit this straight line y is equal to a plus bx, and we know the normal equation. So writing the normal equation this time directly. It is sigma y is equal to na plus b sigma x, and sigma xy is equal to a sigma x plus b sigma x square. Right. Again, we have to find the values of x, y, sigma x, sigma y, and sigma xy, and x square also. Only 4 values are needed. And first two are given in the data. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. Let us write the corresponding values for y. It is 2.4. Let us find the product. And now the square of x. Sum it up. We'll get the value of sigma x as 24, sigma y also 24, sigma xy as 113.2, and sigma x square as 130. Now put these values in the normal equations. These equations will get 24 is equal to 6a plus 24b, and 113.2 is equal to 24a plus 130b. Solve the equations to get the values of a and b. So on solving, we get a is equal to 1.976 and b is equal to 0.506. Next, once we got the value of a and b, we'll put it in the equation which we want to fit. So the equation is equation of a straight line. We are going to put it in the equation of straight line. Y is equal to 1.976a, that is a, plus bx, that is 0.506x. So this is the line which we fitted for this given data. That is, we say that it's the best fit. So if you have any queries, students, regarding fitting of a straight line or method of least square, please write it in the chat.